Welcome to Midnight Archives, where fear is only the beginning.
Imagine walking through the hallways of an abandoned school, the air heavy with silence, and suddenly you see something that defies explanation. A figure, watching, waiting, just out of reach. What would you do if the past refused to stay dead? Welcome back, Mystery Seekers. Today, we're diving into a chilling story straight out of Fukushima Prefecture, Japan. An explorer visited an abandoned school and captured something truly terrifying, a ghostly figure lurking in the shadows. This isn't just another ghost tale. It's a story tied to a devastating past, one that refuses to let go. So dim the lights, hold your breath, and let's unravel the mystery of the haunted school. The year is 2024, and this school has been left untouched since 2011, following the tragic Fukushima disaster. Once filled with the laughter of children, its hallways are now eerily silent, except for the whispers of the past. Many locals claim the school is haunted. They speak of shadowy figures, unexplained noises, and an oppressive presence that lingers. But until recently, no one had any proof, until a lone explorer decided to investigate. Our story begins with a man known only by his online alias, Hiroshi. Armed with a camera and an insatiable curiosity, Hiroshi ventured into the school late at night, determined to uncover the truth. As he walked through the deserted halls, the air grew colder. His flashlight began to flicker, and an unshakable feeling of being watched settled over him. At first he thought it was his imagination, but then he saw it, a blurry figure standing at the end of the hallway. He froze, his heart pounding. The figure didn't move. It just stood there, as if waiting. Hiroshi managed to snap a photo before the figure vanished. What he captured was chilling. A human-like silhouette with short black hair, barely visible in the dim light. It stood in the middle of the hallway, watching him. Experts who examined the photo couldn't explain it. There were no signs of tampering, no tricks of light. What Hiroshi captured was someone that shouldn't have been there. To understand the haunting, we need to look back at the school's history. Before the Fukushima disaster, this school was a thriving hub of activity. But when the earthquake struck, everything changed. The school was abandoned, and many of its students and teachers were never seen again. Locals believe the ghost is one of the students unable to leave the place they once called home. Some even claim to hear the faint sound of children laughing or crying at night, echoing through the empty halls. Hiroshi isn't the only one to have experienced something unusual. Other explorers have reported strange phenomena. Doors slamming shut on their own, whispers in Japanese saying, "Why did you leave me?" and sudden cold spots that chill you to the bone. One visitor claimed to see a chalkboard that had been wiped clean moments before suddenly covered in writing. The message? "Help me!" So what could be behind these terrifying events? Paranormal experts suggest that the ghost is a residual haunting, a replay of tragic events trapped in time. Others believe it's an intelligent spirit seeking closure or revenge for being forgotten. Skeptics argue it could be a combination of psychological factors and natural explanations, wind causing noises, shadows playing tricks on the eyes. But can that really explain the photo Hiroshi captured? After capturing the photo, Hiroshi decided to leave. But as he turned to leave, he heard it, a loud bang, followed by the sound of footsteps rushing toward him. Panic set in, and he ran, the sound of footsteps growing louder with every step. When he finally reached the exit, he looked back one last time. What he saw chilled him to the core. The figure was there, standing at the window, watching him leave. Hiroshi shared his experience and photo online, sparking a heated debate. Some believe it's undeniable proof of the paranormal, while others remain skeptical. But one thing is certain, this story has left an indelible mark on anyone who hears it. To this day, Hiroshi refuses to return to the school. The photo remains as evidence of his encounter, a chilling reminder of the things that lurk in the shadows. So what do you think? Is this the spirit of a lost soul trapped in the aftermath of tragedy? Or is it just a trick of the light? One thing's for sure, the abandoned school in Fukushima holds secrets we may never fully understand. As always, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes it's better to let the past rest in peace. What would you do if you were there? If you enjoyed this chilling story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all things mysterious. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think was haunting the school? And if you have your own ghost stories, let us know. Who knows? Your story might be our next feature. Until next time, stay safe, and don't look back, and enjoy our next story.
Imagine walking alone at night in a quiet village, the only sound being the croak of distant frogs and the rustle of leaves in the wind. Suddenly you see it, a floating, glowing orb, but it's not just light. It's watching you, waiting. It's Krasu, the ghost of nightmares, and tonight we'll uncover her terrifying truth. Our story begins in the quiet village of Flaflachai in Buriram Province, Thailand. This is a place where folklore and reality blur, and where every shadow hides a secret, and where people fear the night. In this peaceful setting, a horrifying tale unfolded on the night of October 12, 2024. A man named Samchai, a 37-year-old farmer, was about to experience something that would haunt him forever. It was a calm night. Samchai had finished his work and decided to take a walk to the nearby pond to check on his fishing traps. The air was cool, the sky was clear, and everything seemed normal. Until it wasn't. At first, he thought it was just a reflection, or maybe a firefly. But as the light grew brighter and started to move, his curiosity turned to fear. Samchai swears the light began to take shape. A face, disembodied, floating in the darkness. It had long black hair, bloodshot eyes, and a twisted, grotesque smile. It was the Krasu. For those unfamiliar, the Krasu is one of Thailand's most feared supernatural beings. By day, it appears as an ordinary woman. But by night, its head detaches from its body, dragging its entrails behind as it floats in search of prey. The Krasu is said to feed on blood, flesh, and sometimes the life force of the living. Stories of its appearance have been passed down for centuries, with some believing it's a cursed soul, or the result of black magic gone wrong. We've always been warned to stay indoors at night, especially near ponds or forests. The Krasu loves these places, and if you see her, it might be too late. Samchai didn't stick around to find out what the Krasu wanted. He ran as fast as he could, not daring to look back. When he reached his home, he locked the doors and stayed awake all night, shaking and praying for safety. The next day, he told his neighbors about what he saw. Some dismissed it as his imagination or a trick of the light, but others believed him, saying they too had seen the Krasu near that very pond. Was this truly the Krasu, or could there be a rational explanation? Paranormal investigators have long been fascinated by such sightings. Some believe it's a mix of folklore and misidentifications, while others argue that the Krasu could be a real, otherworldly entity. What's undeniable is the fear it instills in those who claim to have seen it. For Samchai and others in Flaflachai, the Krasu is not just a story, it's a terrifying reality. So what do you believe? Is the Krasu just an ancient myth, or is it lurking in the shadows, waiting for its next victim? One thing is certain, if you ever find yourself in a lonely village at night and you see a light floating above the water, run. Run as fast as you can, because it might not be a light at all. Sweet dreams, if you can sleep tonight. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more spine-chilling tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Share your thoughts or ghost stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear them.